In this video, I'm gonna show you how I built my dream YouTube workshop. The idea was to have a place with all my tools and machines to build my ideas, and also be a beautiful background for YouTube videos. I had a lot of fun making all of this, and personally, I'm very happy with the results. Enjoy the video. A couple months ago, I graduated with a Bachelor in Industrial Design. And during my studies, what I had most fun doing by far was making stuff in the workshops. So as soon as I graduated, I looked for a place to rent in which I could have my own workshop. I found this empty room and decided to build all the furniture from scratch. The most important part of the workshop I want to build is that I want to be able to film myself working on machines with a front camera angle wherever I am in the workshop. I started off by making one of the front cabinets. And I used OSB for my furniture, since it's cheap and I'm completely broke. Now that I have the doors and the legs, I only need to add the worktop. And I decided to use melamine because the surface is flat and easy to clean. And this is the first cabinet done. It'll be at the front, as a part of my desk. This entire front part is at desk height, so I'll work seated when I'm here. And the back part is at workbench height, so I'll work standing. Now onto the second cabinet. As a side note, I really regret not having worn a mask when cutting this wood. The dust ended up irritating my lungs and my nose quite a bit. And this is the second cabinet done. Now I'm gonna make the middle desk part. So this is the middle part of my desk, where I'll mostly be working on 3D modeling and electronics. And I have to say, I'm very happy with how it looks. I also added those horizontal supports to the melamine, because these types of particle boards tend to sag over time. I calculated the ideal width and height I wanted to have for my legs under the desk, because I tend to move my legs around quite a lot when I'm working. So I made this space 130 centimeters wide and around 80 centimeters high, which is perfect. This was also the first glimpse I had of what the front camera view would look like when I record myself in the workshop. So that was very exciting. I'll make a bit of room and start working on the back cabinets. I'm also learning about camera settings. That's why the video quality is not always great, but it gets better towards the end of the video. This was actually the first time I worked on furniture, and I was also not used to working with wood. During my studies, I mostly made electronic devices, and mostly worked with metal, so I had to watch a ton of videos to understand how to deal with this material and how to make proper joints. This is one of the back cabinets. It's higher than the desk at around 100 centimeters, so I can work standing. And this is the second one. Now I'm adding the metal brackets that are going to support the middle board. Only need to add a couple screws and supports and the back workbench is done. For now, I didn't put any shelves in my cabinets,
because I don't have enough wood.
And I can't buy more wood because I already spent all my savings on the materials and tools I needed for this workshop.
Now, I'll add the back panels of the workbench to be able to hang tools and materials.
I'm very happy with how the back workbench turned out. It's strong, it's sturdy, and I think it looks very good. The work height is perfect, and I have room for all my tools and machines. The space behind the workbench will be used for storage.
I bought this LED from Amazon and did a bunch of tests to have a bright and warm light in the room, because I want the workshop to also act as a nice background for YouTube videos. This is a construction site spotlight that I'm going to use. I covered it with baking paper to make the light warmer, and put a white bag on top of it to act as a diffuser. Now I'm going to start working on the side parts of the workshop.
This is one of the side structures that I'll attach in place with nails and screws. I'm also adding supports for the worktop. Now I'll add the melamine worktop and attach it in place with screws and brackets. And finally, I'm adding the backboards. This is the camera I've been using this entire time to film. It's an old Panasonic from 2013 that I had in my basement. And honestly, it was a pain to use. Even by having the right exposure, the image would still look grainy and dark. I also added an external microphone to it, but the audio remained bad. I didn't know much about filmmaking and cameras, so I used it anyway. But at some point, I tried using my iPhone 13 instead, and realized the quality is 10 times better. So from now on, the video will be shot with my iPhone. Now I'll start working on the right side of the workshop. I just need to attach the structure in place and add the worktop in the backboards, and the right side of the workshop will be done. I am so happy with how the workshop turned out. I think it looks really good, and at this point I just can't wait to put all my tools and machines in place. So that's what I'm gonna do now. This is all my stuff I want to have in the workshop. I have random materials, electric hand tools, table machines, old projects I never finished, so I have to sort all of this out. The drill press is one of the machines I was most excited to have in my workshop. I never owned one, and I was using the one at school all the time. So I spent around 175 euros on a Parkside one, which is quite cheap for a drill press. But for me, represents a lot of money, since I just finished my studies and I don't have a job yet. I've also brought my 3D printer that I've had for 3 years already. I'm very happy with it. It's an artillery sidewinger, and it works great. This is a Parkside miter saw that I was also super excited to have in my workshop. Anyway, I'm going to start attaching all my stuff to the workbenches.
I couldn't resist doing a little bit of testing with the drill press.
And it works really well. Now I'm gonna continue attaching stuff.
This side of the workshop will be dedicated to working with wood and metal. So I'll have my miter saw, angle grinder, welding machine, plasma cutter, etc. on this side. I'm making a hole for a pipe behind the miter saw so I can suck the dust up directly with my vacuum cleaner.
There's barely any dust around the cut, so I'm happy with that. This is the final stretch of my YouTube workshop project, and at this point I just can't wait to see it come to life. I'll continue installing all my stuff.
This is a storage unit for bolts, nuts, and screws. Again, I was super excited to have one of those in my workshop. Until now I had my screws, bolts, etc. in different little boxes. So this will make things so much more organized and neat. I'll start emptying my boxes and storing the bits and pieces. I'm also hanging my set of wrenches on the wall. And my welding helmet. And my files. And my aluminum triangle. I bought these warm LED bulbs for the back of the workshop. I've seen YouTubers like Colin Furze use these types of bulbs in their videos, and I thought it looked really cool, so I wanted to do the same. Now I just need to set up the right side of the workshop and I'll be done. This side will be for 3D printing and painting. I started off by hanging my 3D printing filament rolls, and then added shelves for my paint. I added a lamp next to the drill press to see better when I'm drilling. And finally, I'm adding some of my favorite design, architecture, and building books on my shelves. I cannot believe how well the workshop turned out. I am so happy. I never thought the idea of my dream workshop would come to reality in such an accurate way. I have all the tools I dreamt of having in my workshop, and it all looks really good as a YouTube background. The last little details I did were organizing all my stuff into different cabinets, and adding a plastic sheet in the background to diffuse the ceiling light. I still have a ton of other ideas for the workshop, like having a photo studio, an area to work on ceramics, an area to work on textiles with sewing and tufting machines, but all of this costs a lot of money, time, and energy, so it'll be for later. I'm also going to make a couch out of my pallets to be able to take naps after lunch. And this is what the front camera angle looks like. I think it looks amazing. I didn't even talk about most of the electric tools I bought that I haven't used in this project. I spent a lot of money on those, and I can't wait to use them in the future. I have a welding machine, a plasma cutter, an angle grinder, a jigsaw, and some other things. For now, I keep them in my metal cupboard to be sure they don't get lost. Anyway, I had a lot of fun conceiving and building this workshop. I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, I went bankrupt spending all my money on this project, so if you could subscribe or like the video, it would be amazing. See you in the next one.